Hello, guys.
Hi, welcome to the PD webinar.
Yes, so I guess we don't have any participants, so we
That's
can share
okay.
the screen firstly. So just meanwhile, I will introduce myself. So I'm Kacper. I'm originally from Poland. Currently, I am MCVP Partnership Development. Before, nice in Australia, I was like MCVP Marketing, Physical Marketing. And before that, I was like MCVP Business Development in Poland. Yeah, I think that's the most important thing for me.
Hi, my name is Jenny. I'm currently the MCVP IGT, and the first half of the term I was MCVP IGT and PD. So that's why I am here in the webinar. And I'm originally from Isaac in Melbourne, so I've always been in Isaac in Australia.
Yep. So today, first we have some expectations. So firstly, don't worry, no worries, you will have access to the slides. At the same time, listen very carefully because not everything is on the slide. What we'll mention, what we'll tell you. Ask questions at the end. So if somebody will join to our chat, if you have any questions, please wait till the end of the webinar. And of course, enjoy as much as you can. Yeah, so today, very short agenda. So we tell you a little bit about history from our, let's say, predecessors and one term before. We tell you more about 1718 context, what we are doing, what has done, and we'll tell you about our plans and goals for upcoming semester. And at the end, as I said, we'll have a space for question and answers. Yeah, so let's start about history. So 1516, it was MC10X, and back then they had two MCVP BDs. So first of them, there was Jessie, so she's currently MCP Isaac in Australia. So she was MCVP Business Development, and the second person was Diego. So last year probably he was in AI.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so mostly they were focusing on selling ICX, so IGT, and also they organized Youth Speak Forum. And during the second semester, so they switched focus for OGX. Yeah, and what is most important, revenue which they gain at the end of the term, so it was around more or less $35,000. And of course, it came from the sponsorship and some other in-kind sponsorship as well. And on the left, you can see the bold are the multinational companies, so the previous partners of ICT in Australia. And below, you have small, medium enterprises. Do you want to add something else?
No.
Okay, so let's continue. Yeah, and for the next term, 16-17, so that term, so there was there was only one MCVP business development, Laili. So her functional focus for her term was a number of multinational companies for exchange growth, a number of revenue from purposeful partnership, and promoters from enablers. Yes, so just going into the details. So as you can see on the screen, on the left, you have key strategies. And on the right, for every strategy, you have breakdown of each strategy, so more specific activities. So the 16-17, first strategy was focused on university, mostly for OGX enablers. So Laili, she did a lot of research. So she planned to do strong market research and to find any reports in terms of contacting potential universities for partnership. And then the second strategy was downscaling AI partnership. So she wanted to do research which companies in Australia have potential to collaborate with IC in Australia, and which companies are from managed by AI. So she wants to downscale this cooperation. Then we had raising the previous accounts and use them to advocate the program. Yeah, so it was mostly about account management, the current and the previous partners to upscale them as well. Then we had pre-merge system. So pre-merge system, like how to explain? So mostly this is when companies are not interested in short leasing, so they are not interested in the whole process. So they will find the interns by themselves, and what we do as ISEC, so we'll cover the whole value delivery. So we'll manage like leadership development spaces and so on, but they will be responsible for short leasing them. Then we had strategic alliances with other NGOs. She wanted to like tap Global Compact network. She attended like a lot of, I don't know, a lot of maybe NGO events and like networking events to like do some cooperations with NGOs. Then was referrals from other countries case study. So the strategy and then activity was to collect as many referrals for companies from different countries. For example, if we have like the company and there's collaboration between ISEC and this company in different country, so there was like idea to like show this good case practice to the company and show example how we can collaborate as well, like in Australia. Then was like strong synergy with PRDM to build the brand positioning and gaining a strong appearance. So that was the strategy and the activity for this strategy. So it's supposed to be fortnightly lead nurturing, higher speak forum as networking events, and yeah, and using of course testimonials as a part of B2B strategy, so as brand advocacy. Yeah, and mostly, yeah. So we can move forward. Yeah, so like the outcome of the 1617 context, so the goal was like, as you can see, around 30,000, and the outcome was 31,000. And just key point, like the most important learnings. So as you can see, selling everything didn't work, not focusing any particular product, because in this term, I wouldn't say there was like focus on particular things. So Lily, she tried to tap like everything, yes. So there was like focus on selling like ICX, OGX, trying to do some cooperation in terms of maybe employee branding, to try to sell products as CSR, and to like also contact NGOs in terms of the collaboration. There was like poor synergy with IGT in terms of account delivery. So that's what we know. There wasn't like a good synergy between like both MCVPs in terms of account management and account delivery as well. So there was like some miscommunications. Multinational companies take a lot of time to make a decision. Yes, so that's what she observed as well, that the process of contacting them and then the long process of administration, making decisions in these like huge companies will take a lot of time. And pipeline from the previous term makes a huge difference. Yeah, do you want to say something about that?
So in the 15-16 term, they achieved a lot of stuff. So it actually flowed over to the 16-17 term. One thing to take note of as well, the outcome was 31,000. $16,000 of that was a previous account that we've always had, so Google. And so that actually means that they actually 16-17 partnership development didn't achieve their goal by like 15,000. And then on the budget, it currently says 15,000. But moving on to our term, because of the poor account delivery management or the poor, I guess, transition after that, Google actually reduced that number. So actually it wasn't 15,000. So that number goal there would have been reduced down to at least like $15,000, like not 15, 10,000. So their outcome was only $10,000. So you can see that in terms of lack of focus and selling everything and poor delivery and poor synergy, impacted their goal quite a bit. So they weren't able to, they unachieved quite a bit for their goal and outcome for PD. Cool.
Yeah, so right now we'll tell you more about our term, so 17-18 context.
So I was MCVP PD and IGT at the start of the term, from July 2017 to December. So there's a couple of focus areas there. So there was a dual role. So I was working with the network to sell IGT at the same time doing sales. So you can understand that the capacity of full-time PD sales was a lot less. The other thing was PD only sold global talent as a product. We only sold global talent like to companies as ICX, like nothing else. There was nothing else that I was selling. It wasn't like to like the previous years and a lot of different things. It was just almost like just the IGT member. So no sponsorship, no conference, no nothing, no other selling because of lack of capacity. EST, so also known like NST, at other entities. So I had 4 members to do sales. However, I did not have enough time to actually train them. So it actually didn't work out and didn't contribute to a lot of the results there as well. So as an MCVP, mainly I performed, not the members. And then the lack of goal achievement came in a lot of areas in terms of capacity as well, because was managing the network. And so in January 2018, the MC team has decided a different focus. So made it MCVP the full-time role, and now I'm full-time IGT and Casper is full-time PD.
Yeah, so let's say starting from the beginning. So I was selected as MCVP Partnership Development, but after our planning as like structures follow strategy, so we decided that in our context, I will switch the role and I will be like MCVP Physical Marketing. So that's why like Jenny, she was like PD and IGT both. And after our replanning, so from the beginning of New Year, I became MCVP Partnership Development. So yeah, so like due to our capacity and also like financial situation, so we decided that we need to focus in order to achieve. So that's why we chose like incoming global talent as our focus. And mostly what I'm doing, I'm focusing on like IGT sales. So I do full-time selling. We focus on IGT. At the same time, I'm responsible for like employee branding activities. So what do I mean by employee branding activities? So we don't organize, we are not going to organize like any events during our term, like any youth speak forum, multi-business forum as well. As I said, like due to capacity and like financial situation. And by employer branding activities, I mean that we can sell, which I will tell you more about that a bit later. So we will sell like conference cycle. So offline and online promotion depends on the needs of the company. So if they're interested in like brand awareness, like widen the reach and then brand positioning among the ISECers, so internal promotion, or like focus on youth, so external promotion. And also we have this conference cycle, like attachment with ISECers, but we also can like sell the promotion through social media, through website, blog. Yeah, so mostly that's it. And yeah, and also like there are different, let's say, the channels, that the way of selling IGP. So mostly we are focusing on LinkedIn, and we try to, so we generate leads through a sales navigator. Then obviously alumni network. So we reach to our BOA, Board of Advisors, and then we connect with different like more alumni. And also we have like access to data about alumni from 50th anniversary of ISEC, which was done 2 years ago.
Oh no, like
no?
5
okay,
or 4
okay,
years
okay,
ago.
okay.
Yeah.
My mistake. Okay, so actually we have like access to this data, but we need to like check what these people they are doing currently, because obviously they could change the role and the job. Yeah, so we use LinkedIn as navigator. We reach to alumni to connect us with like different companies who might be interested in IGT, who share with us sales knowledge and who can help us based on their IC experience. Yeah, and also networking events. So we attend like during like different networking events, obviously in order to get more opens in terms of IGT.
So just a wrap up of term so far. So what has been working with PD and IGT has been good synergy, mainly because I did PD and IGT at the very start, and so transitioning to it, understood where each role kind of played. And Casper and I have a weekly meeting between ourselves as a learning from the previous term how the synergy wasn't good. So now we understand all the accounts and very clear on what steps to each of us play within the account. If we do open opportunity, where does IGT come in? Where does PD come in? At the same time, IGT sales focus as well. So we're quite clear on our goals and outcomes instead of like diversifying and doing OGX, ICX, everything, like all the sponsorship. We're very focused, understand where we would actually get our results from. In terms of the struggles that we do have currently is EST, so manpower. So last half of the term, understood that with the capacity I had with 2 roles, EST was a big thing. However, wasn't able to manage or motivate or actually find the right people to do the right sales. And then this this half of the term, Casper's also struggling with the same, finding the right people to be able to do full-time sales as an addition part to the MC. Having access to previous data is quite bit of a struggle. You can see that 15-16 did a lot of work and had a lot of different contacts with different company. However, moving to our term, the transition has had a lot of holes in it. So we've actually like lost a lot of the contacts, don't know who, don't know why it didn't continue. A lot of the stuff that why we said that the results of the previous term makes a huge difference was that when 16-17 wasn't able to achieve their PD goal because they were under by at least $20-something thousand. They didn't actually do much there in terms of leaving a lot for this term to actually follow on with it. So it has been a bit of struggle there as well. And very clear transition of accounts from previous MC term. Like for example, those big companies that we used to work with, we do not work with them anymore. We have no idea what happened to them. We don't know who the contacts are, and that's been a bit of a struggle of which Casper is currently working on. The outcome so far is our goal is 31,000. We've been able to achieve 8,000, and this is from purely IGT only. Any other things?
No, I think that's everything.
No, and so we'll talk more about our plans and goals.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, like we also have these employer branding activities, like additional activities. So mostly this is example of conference cycle, yes? So what we can offer to the companies if they're interested in this promotion, brand awareness. So we have like 4 national touch points. So like these yellow ones are the national conference. So we have like 2 big national conference, on July and on December. And then we also have for like LCPs for the on April, and the second one is in October. Yeah, and of course, as Jenny mentioned, that we had like struggle with EST. So yeah, so right now like EST also we will have like very soon summit, like EST summit. And we would like to create this awareness and create the culture of EST, which like for us, what does it mean? So mostly this is the MC extension, and you would like to offer like this possibility to other people to contribute to national, to entity strategy and plans as well. And like for the people, it's the best also possibility to be more involved what currently MC is doing and to know the plans much better. And why is it like crucial? Why is it important for us for BD to achieve? Because as I said, I'm only one and Janice is only one. So due to our capacity, if we want to achieve results, we need
manpower.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Yep. So right now, like today, I have like seriously amazing opportunity for all of you. So currently we are looking for like leads hackers. So currently I open like 3 positions, and I'm looking for people who are maybe thinking of applying for like MC in Australia, for ICT in Australia. And they're interested in like partnership development area and IGT development area. And this is like the best possibility to be more involved and to get to know what we are doing currently. And yeah.
I think regardless of what you're applying for, it'd be a good way to understand more about Australia, more about the entity, and like even if like it's for people, we'll open it internationally because it's just a great way to actually understand a different market, understanding how to do sales, the different companies, different externalities and whatnot.
Yeah, so mostly like description is on the slide, so you will have access to the slide, so I will not go through it like right now. But the most important thing is that, yeah, as Jenny said, I totally agree. And you will be working closely with me to generate more leads so we can like at the end create more life-changing experience. Yeah, and like very to sum up, so very clear goals, which is like 31 IGT opens or like $60,000 as your revenue. Yeah.
So if you do have any questions, feel free to post it on that Facebook page that has Casper, my face on it in terms of PD, that we can answer it there. Things so that everyone else can see instead of just messaging us individually. Get your questions here if possible, and that's
and of course we have like our my emails, just in case. So guys, thank you so much, and yeah, we are willing to help you and can wait to hear something from you.
Cool. Let me stop sharing that, and okay, cool. Good luck.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye.